Good afternoon. My name is Barry Kennedy, and this is the video discussion post on the defense of my research paper for History 713 American Entrepreneurship Since 1900. For my particular research paper, I decided to focus on a local AM radio station here in Russellville, Kentucky called WRUS 610 AM. The reason for the focus on this particular assignment or this particular subject on this assignment was to try to find out over the roughly 68 years or so that WRUS has been in Russellville, what kind of economic, cultural, and social and political impact this station has on the local community. This community is sandwiched in between Bowling Green, which has a population of about 75,000 people, and metropolitan Nashville, which means there's not a whole lot of local attention, local news, and local information that is for the people of Russellville and Logan County, and even the very nearby, very rural Todd County. And as I went about this process, I wanted to write the very first history of WRUS, focusing again on economics, but also social, cultural, and political impact on the population. And as I went through the process of doing this, the majority of my primary sources were interviews with people such as the current owner of the radio station, who goes back to having involvement all the way back to 1988, in contact with his father, who had started his radio career in 1966, and also interviewing a very long-term employee of WRUS, Don Neagle, who had been at the radio station since 1958, and he still is the current host of the feedback program and the morning program, roughly from 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. And as I went out this process, I also interviewed people in the local business community that did regular advertising with WRUS. Some of these companies have done advertising, like Riley White Drugs, for over 40 years. Others have done advertising for 20 years. Numerous banks were involved in advertising on the radio station, along with drugstores and other local businesses. And what I was able to find out through these primary sources and through these discussions is that they view WRUS as the only real alternative to get their message out. Riley White, for example, spoke of, they were able to do skits during flu season to encourage people to get their flu shot. And a whole host of other things that they considered to be public service announcements that WRUS gave them a little bit of leeway to do, to not only increase their business, but also to reach out for the public good. In the process of all this, WRUS has a massive impact. Roughly 25,000 people listen to the 705 news every morning to hear local news, local obituaries, local information in terms of what's happening. There were a host of other topics that I was not even able to talk about in my paper because of time constraints, such as the influence of local programming such as Tell It and Sell It, where people can sell local items to other people in the community. There was a lot of impact on nonprofits in terms of people and their organizations such as the Lions Club, the Chamber of Commerce, the Logan County Tourism, and others that are able to use this platform to get their message out to the masses in a way that there's no other alternative to do. People listen to WRUS, especially in the morning. They listen to the feedback program, which was created in 1984 with an emphasis on having a local voice, local topics. Don Neagle has had people on who are members of the Senate, congressmen, and a variety of others. But the people he loves to have on are those that have a connection to the local community. And they're able to talk about local topics versus of history, politics, lost objects and things of that nature. To say the least, this was an outstanding research opportunity for myself and also for the radio station, which wants a copy of my paper to keep in their archives to show what kind of impact they've had for other businesses, for other opportunities in the community, and just to preserve that documentation. I hope everyone has a great and wonderful day, and I'll see you soon.